y'all for coming. My name is Lovee. I'm a sophomore at Providence, Cristo. I live with my grandma, who I call Granny, and my sister's name is Journey. Journey goes to PS School 31. That's where I started my education off, at 31. And up until my 4th grade year, going into 5th grade, my principal told my grandma I was too elevated for the school and I wasn't learning any new material. So she recommended that I went to a more elevated school. So then my grandma transferred me over to the Oaks Academy. At the Oaks Academy, I went from 5th grade to 8th grade. And middle school Oaks, I had high school fairs every year. I didn't pay attention at the high school fair until my 8th grade year because I didn't think it would approach so quickly. And 8th grade, I went to every table at the high school fair, and I was talking to Arsenal Tech. And I wanted to go to that school because it had a debate team, and I knew I wanted to be an attorney. My sister came over to me, Journey, and she was still in elementary. She's like, "Well, you gotta go to the Providence Cristo rate table." I was like, "Why? The name sounds so weird." She's like, "You gotta go because they have the best candy and fidget spinners." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go." So I went over to the Providence Cristo rate table. I was looking for the candy, and my grandma fell in love with the school because of the corporate work study team, and she said it would be good for my work ethic. I fell in love with the school because it said I had dual credit options, and I already loved school, so I knew I wanted to go to college. So that was the school for me. After talking to the table for a little bit, they quickly set up a shadow day for me. Walking into the Providence for my shadow day in 8th grade, I wasn't nervous at all because the community already seemed accepting and loving. My shadow host was Journey Kilgore, and I thought that was so ironic because my sister's name is Journey. And Journey told me that her grandma's name is Lovee, and that's my name. So it was so magical. I followed Journey Kilgore around the whole day as a little 8th grader. She introduced me to all her friends and her teachers. I saw her cheer. I was inspired by her. I was like, I could be Journey Kilgore. I could be helping other students get to know the school. So I fell in love with it. I went home and I told my grandma everything that happened that day. I told her about the cheers, told her all the students, all the teachers. She didn't even know these people. I told her my name, and she was like excited for me because I was excited to finally have a high school. So now that I am at Providence, I do love the school so much, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love the school because of people like Miss Trish Everhart, who's my corporate work study mentor. I work at MJ Insurance in Carmel, Indiana, and support services. I was virtual working all my freshman year because of the COVID, and I just got to go in for summer school to make up 2 missed work days. As soon as I got dropped off, it was a tall building. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm too little for this building. And then my mentor, Miss Everhart, and she's tall too. She's very tall. And she welcomed me up to my team. I work for services, so I got to meet other people that I'd never met before, that I've been working with through Zoom calls and Microsoft Teams meeting. And they were excited to meet me. Everyone in the office knew me by name, and I'd never met these people. It's like, you're the Providence Cristo student. I was like, yeah. Now that I am at MJ Insurance, every Wednesday, I have met more people on the team. And I love Miss Everhart because she teaches me things that I can take outside of MJ Insurance and into my field I want to go in the future. Miss Everhart tells me things like don't burn bridges and the importance of open communication and using people when I can help them and they can help me. So I really appreciate her for that. Outside of MJ Insurance, I also love Providence because of the people in the building, like Miss Klein, she is my English honors teacher, Miss Grove, who's my geometry teacher, and Sister Kathleen, the outreach coordinator, or the nun of the school. And all 3 of them support me in ways outside of just school and education, what I want to learn. Miss Klein, I've had her since freshman year, and she was my English teacher last year. She knows that I'm not too good at reading, but I love typing essays and making essays, so she helps me grow in that way in English where I don't have to do all the reading myself, and she never puts me on to embarrass myself. I'm not too good at reading. Miss Grove, I love her because this is her first year at Providence, but she always lets me help other people. Her passion is to teach and help others, so she always lets me help everyone else who needs help in geometry, and she gives me the chance to stand out and help others and show people. And Sister Kathleen's been there for me since my freshman retreat, and she had an instant smile on her face, and she was excited to meet me, tell me everything. She helps me with things like getting food for my family, service hours, or even a ride here today. Everything that she does, I'm helpful. I'm grateful for her for being on standby. I can always let her know when I need something, and she has it instantly. Oh, now that I'm at Providence, my plan for the future is to go to Indiana college with a major in political science and a minor in deaf studies and creative writing. And after my Indiana college, I want to go to a law school, hopefully in New York City, to be a civil rights attorney. And after becoming an attorney, I want to get into politics, and in 2048, run for president of the United States.